In this video, I will explain how you can make every endgame in the solo victory cup, whether that be opens or finals. By making every endgame, you will pretty much guarantee qualification to finals from opens and increase the chances of you winning a match in finals. The first step to making every endgame is choosing a drop that you can safely disengage from with enough loot to win the game. And in my opinion, the best way to do this is by landing a large POI that you can split. The main reasoning for this is split drops are usually over contested for the amount of loot that you get, and it is not worth risking the 50-50 when you only have 3 games in finals. With this being said, the best drop spots in my opinion are large POIs such as Castle Doom, Reckless Railways, Doomstat, the Underworld, Sandy Steps, and Mount Olympus. These are the best drops as they have enough chests for multiple players and you can rotate out easily without fighting. Using Reckless as an example, Reckless can be split in like 3 to 4 different ways. If a player wants to land east side, they'll usually take all of this, and then a player can land train station, and then a different player can land north side, and then someone can take south side, south building, and they can all win the game without fighting. The most important tip that I can give you when landing these drops is to always scout out where your opponents are dropping. In this clip, I'm using my visual sound effects, and I can see someone landing east side. Then again, I spot someone landing south side and I know that north side is uncontested. With this knowledge, I'm able to loot all of the northwest side of Reckless Railways without fighting. After disengaging from your drop, you will need to farm mats and position yourself for the endgame. As seen in this game, the first zone pulls southwest. That means that the endgame will most likely take place somewhere in this region here, as zones continuously could pull to corners. Not only did the second zone pull to the southwest, but the third zone and the fourth zone continued to pull southwest. By rotating out of my drop early, I was able to position myself into a spot ready for endgame and away from congested side. Another way you can predict where the endgame is going to pull is by looking at where the Rift Island spawns. There is a less than 5% chance of the Rift Island being in the 50-50 zones. So you can pretty much predict from this zone here, with the Rift Island being here, that the endgame is going to take place somewhere in this region. And due to endgames not taking place in this area here, you can pretty much gamble that the zone is going to pull around here. With all that being said, the best way to make every endgame is by landing a large POI that you can disengage from, and then positioning yourself early by predicting zone pulls up to half-half. If you want a more in-depth video on how to play the early and mid game, let me know in the comments or join my coaching server, linked down below.